All right, chill. So this is another tier list for y'all. This one's gonna be. I recorded this like earlier, and it ended up being way too long. That's like I don't know, too long. You know what I'm saying, to figure out the tier list. So like I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet with like some clips in the background. Okay. So first S tier, acid. Acid is S tier because of many reasons. Acid is it has the most AOE's. You get punished for getting close to acid. Nullify is broken. Nullify literally is the only reason acid is this high. Nullify can last for like 8 seconds. You can hold it for 8 seconds, and it reflects back almost 1-1 damage, if not 1-1 damage. So if you do like, yeah, it's almost 1-1 damage. If you do like 3 bars of damage to somebody while they're using nullify, then their nullify is gonna hit you. Like if they hit it, it's gonna hit you and do like 2 bars or 2.5 bars. Nullify is nullify is broken, yeah. Like nullify is the biggest reason that acid res can fight every bankai, because every bankai has so much like stuff going on that they will barely even see when the nullify comes out the ball. Like there's so much stuff going on, and every bankai has such a like kill ratio. Like they kill you like so fast that you can nullify an entire one combo and then just like reverse one combo. And the fact that acid has 4 skills and it has all AOE, which is crazy. And if you don't know what the 4 skill is, it's when you use containment and then taint, or taint and then containment. I don't know, one of those two. And it shoots out the balls all around you instead of using taint. So yeah, the reason why like I'm making this tier list is because a lot of people like to downplay. So you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Next is Vamp A tier. Simple, like it's good. It's not broken. I'd say it's like the most balanced resurrection right now. It's good, but it's not like it's not acid tier, okay? But it's good. Like acid, you don't. It's autopilot. Acid is autopilot. Vamp is not autopilot. Vamp, you have to hit your skills. You have to combo with your skills in your hotbar, and it only has 3 skills. Okay. The most of the problem with these reses is they only have 3 skills, so you have to combo with your like hotbar. Next is B tier. At the top of B tier, I'm gonna put Stark Res. This is gonna be controversial, bro, but Stark Res is like on the Bankai on a Bankai tier list. Stark Res is like Shadow tier, maybe like it's like around there, like Shadow tier. It's not like okay, this is a Res tier list, so I shouldn't be comparing it to Bankai. So my fault. But Stark is good, but it's not broken like I said before. And if you hit Siren Mozzarella, it does like a bar and a half. To Soul Reaper, then a rock hard does like a bar. But that's a lot of damage, but you can only use it once, and then you're back to using wolves and guns, and the the sword mode is pretty terrible. So Starcraft is cool, but it's not broken. Okay, like if you don't understand why it's not broken, or if you don't understand why it's not better than Vamp or Acid, then I don't know. So I'm trying to keep it short. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Next is gonna be Bone. Bone is so good. It's so good for common. It has AoE. It slows you. It procs bleed, which does dot damage. Both acid and bone proc dot damage and slow you, which is super strong. Um, it has 2 auto tracks that do a good amount of damage. It's really good for 1v1s. It's also really good for fighting multiple people. And that's that. Next is slash res. Slash res is really strong. It's if slash res got like another skill in res, or if the skills actually changed in res, like the only skill that changes in res for slash res is Byaku. It's the same move, but it has an AOE effect. Like it does AOE damage instead of hitting one person. Like you hit one person, you grab one person, and then it does an AOE slam and hits multiple people. That's the only thing that changes in slash res. So slash res is literally just a partial, but slightly more damage in res. That's the only reason why slash isn't higher up on the list. Because personally, I think slash partial is the most broken partial in the game, and it is so broken. Like partial Flash is so broken. It's actually unbelievable how broken it is. Byakuya has delayed hyper armor, can go through walls, and it has zero end lag. So even if they block it, you can instantly use Ravage, and Ravage is an instant barrage. Instant barrage, barely have you can barely react to it. It has no end lag, barely any startup, and it does a lot of damage. And what else? Flash Tempo is also really good. It stuns for quite a while. It guard breaks and it has crazy range. Flash Tempo has crazy range. It hits from like a mile away. So all the slash partials are broken, but they barely change in res, which is why slash res isn't as broken as it should be. And last but not least is Storm. C tier. Storm is the weakest res. It's mostly single target. Tempest is your only AoE skill. The skills don't change from partial to res. They change like barely, and it doesn't do that much damage. It does less damage than slash. Um, and you have to get super close. Unlike Slash, which has an auto tracking mid range dash move, start combos, you have to get super close to actually use your storm skills. So compared, like, I'm scaling this off fighting Bankai. So Storm versus basically any Bankai is basically just gonna be like your base versus the Bankai, but you got a health pack. Because mostly every Bankai has really long range and big AoEs, so they can kind of kite you and backpedal. Storm doesn't do that much damage like over time. It doesn't do that much DPS. It does like burst damage. It doesn't do DPS like that much DPS. Storm is pretty weak in the current state of the game, and if you're trying to fight Bankais, which is the strongest mode in the game, it's not that crazy. Like Storm doesn't stand a chance against Lightning Dagger, and Bankai Storm doesn't stand a chance against like let's see what else, like water, ice, ink, blood, because those guys, they can use skills from mid range to long range, and they don't have to really get close to you, and even if they do, they can still backpedal storm. So that's my rest tier list. If you have a problem, then I don't know what to tell you. I have played every res, I've fought against every res, and this is my tier list as a Bankai abuser myself. Like this is my tier list. So, obviously, this all also depends on the player because these reses can move up a tier or two depending on the player. If you have a good combo down, that's true, that's easy to hit and consistent, then you're pretty much good to go. Most reses, well, basically every res is combo based except for acid. You don't really have the combo. You can just spam your acid moves, but most reses are combo based. Like you have to use your hotbar, and not only like you can't just use res skills, which is why res is fun, but weaker than Bankai. So res can be really good depending on the player. Anyways, that's my tier list. Subscribe for more tier lists.